Hey you guys, it's Jessica again with another video about some good old surgical tech information. The last time I talked to you guys, it was about the prerequisites of getting into the program and what you had to take, kind of based off of here in Atlanta, right outside of Atlanta, in the state of Georgia overall. I believe it should be about the same to get into the program, maybe just probably different T scoring, maybe a different point system. But for the most part, I was able to kind of break that down for you guys last video. So this video, it's all about the big weight, and it is annoying as hell. So let's get right into it. But before we get into it, need you to like, comment, and subscribe. So when it comes down to the big way of waiting for your acceptance letter or rejection letter, both are torture. I'll let you know that now. You're going to about be ready to lose your little monkey marbles waiting on these letters or phone call or email. So, what I did was I kind of planned ahead. That's just me being a Sagittarius. I plan. I'm a planner. That's just how I am. And I ended up, I tried to distract myself with, so I don't have to be checking the emails every 5 dang on minutes, especially when I was in the work study program. So I worked out on campus. So it didn't make it any better that I worked in the computer lab because I was checking my damn email every 5 minutes, looking at stuff. So within that process, I had to kind of, like I said, make a plan, a distraction plan, if I would say. I would say that, yeah, distraction plan. So what I did was I applied in April of last year, and I didn't hear anything until July 5th. Yeah, so that's like dog years in my head. I start panicking, I get anxiety, I start just about ready to snap. And so I applied in April, and shout out to, my friend Merlisha. Hey, girl. She's the one who got me, like I think I stated in the previous video, she's the one who got me to the application session in April because I was having car problems. I was taking lifts everywhere, getting rides from other friends and everything. So, with that being said, she was so sweet enough to get me from the Paulding campus all the way to the North Metro campus. And people who go to Chattahoochee Tech and just know, just overall, like, it is insane, okay? That's like 55 minutes of a drive. And I'm like in between both campuses. So, leaving right from microbiology, she took me all the way to Ackworth. And she sat there for the whole 45 minutes while I went into the application session, which she was so amazing for that. And I appreciate that so much from her. And then I ended up, so like I said, applied in April. And then from the last little couple of weeks, I was trying to figure out how to, get my time together of, like I said, distracting myself so I won't have to be waiting forever. And for the most part, like the last few weeks of April, that's going to go just like that because I'm studying for micro, I'm studying for English 2, I'm studying for AMP2 lab. So that them 2 weeks was already gone. And then by the time I got to the beginning of May, okay, of course, my son's birthday is in May, the first couple weeks of May. So, the first couple weeks, I'm like getting ready right before the 15th of his birthday party. So that kind of kills time right there. And then I was out of school at that time. So I'm running errands, doing cake orders, birthday party, doing invitations. And so I was like trying to just keep myself going. And by the time his birthday passed, it was time for him to be out of school. So we drove to Kansas City so he could spend part of his summer with my mom. And that's time right there. It's a 13-hour trip. So I was just trying to keep myself going so I wouldn't have to think about, the acceptance letter or rejection letter, like I said. And so dropped him off with my mom, drove back down here towards Atlanta. Like I said, school. I didn't go to school for that time from a couple weeks until May. So till June. So May, last couple weeks of May, I was laying here like I was partying. Okay, I was going out having little mimosas and everything, brunches and everything. Look here, your girl was chilling. And then we got to June, and I started back. I started back in June 1st for pharmacology. I took general, just regular pharmacology, and which was really, really good because I ended up taking pharmacology. I'm taking pharmacology right now within the program. And that helped out a lot. So that, like I said, killed time right there. And then I got back into the work study program, working at the computer lab. And then I was studying some more for the T's because I was like, okay, well, if I don't get into this program, I need to have a backup plan and make sure I can score higher on this T's test. So I got the T's books with me. I got my pharmacology book with me. I'm just getting it. I'm putting my ducks in a row, okay? And then that was helping me distract myself for waiting on that letter. And then, like, my sister came into town like the first week of June because it's her birthday. So she turned 24. So I wanted to make sure, she enjoyed herself. She came here from North Carolina and with her two best friends, and we had fun, party, celebrated her birthday. 2 weeks later, or a week later at least, I think, my mom got married. So, I've just kept going. And that helped out a lot. So, of course, distractions right there for dresses. I was the maid of honor for my mom, and, getting everything together, cake, this, that, other, going back to Kansas City to get my son within that process, the wedding. Day after that, we left. And on the way back, we dropped off with his dad in Illinois. So, bam, got that out the way. Drove right back to Atlanta, and then I had my books with me and everything. So I was taking tests. I had my books with me, I had my laptop with me, so I was still taking my tests for pharmacology and everything. So that helped out a lot. And like I said, it kept me going. And what else? Uh, like I said, my mom got married in like June 15th, and then them 2 weeks, like I said, classes, pharmacology, work study, me studying for the T's, and then it got to July, and I was like, okay, I haven't heard anything. Have not heard anything, nothing, and I'm like, that's not good. And then I ended up here. I was okay. Then I ended up getting the phone call. I had just got to my work study program job, and I ended up getting a phone call like around 9 some in the morning for the can't get my words out right now. So it got to the point that, like I said, I got into my work study job, and I ended up seeing a phone call, and it said 528, and I was like, okay, that looked like the school's number. Who's calling from the school? And I was like, oh crap, somebody's calling me. It might be one of the programs. I didn't get into the LPN program, so I was like, okay, that got to be surgical tech. So I was like, okay. So by the time July 5th, I got my phone call, and then by the time I was already had my plans for traveling to Vegas on the 10th. So that ended up turning into a celebration trip. And it was like, we got in the program, hey. So that worked out right there. So that me just distracting myself and just kind of just trying to put things on the back burner because I have anxiety. I know I do. I am anxious about a lot of stuff. I overthink a lot of stuff. And I try not to, but that will make you overthink. You will overthink, okay? And you about to be ready to lose your mind. Sweet mother of monkey milk. I about did. So, if you can keep yourself distracted while you're waiting on those letters, like, definitely find a hobby. Look, if it's exercising, yoga, look here, knitting, playing an instrument, or just, like I said, taking a trip to go see family members. It ain't even got to be, like, the longest trip in the world. What is this? Here. So, but anyways, you don't have to, like, sit here and do like big old trips and everything. No, just even if it's just a 1 or 2 hour trip. I mean, if you have the money, even if you don't have the money, just find little things in the area that's free and cheap, and just distract yourself. Because when you're constantly thinking about those letters, it's torture, and you're not gonna like that. And I don't want you to stress. Don't stress. It's not good for you. Don't do that to yourself. So definitely that's how I went about, my way of, just trying to push through until that time came. So I hope this helped you guys to kind of give you an idea of, how to go about it, of waiting for that big letter and waiting for that big old just rush adrenaline and everything, just waiting on that, answer. So definitely just distract yourself, go for it. You'll find something, your talents, your hobbies. Put that into full effect when you're waiting on that letter, because that's going to do you some good and it's going to kill some time. And even with this quarantine time, like some people might be waiting on, trying to get into certain little programs throughout this year. Look here, find little hobbies, read a book, just do something that's just gonna kill this time for you, because it's not it's not gonna do you any good when you're at the email checking every 5 minutes, going up to the mail, walking up the hill. And I got a big ass hill in my apartment complex. Don't nobody want to do that. Just constantly checking the mail. I know you go once a day, but sometimes you beat the mailman there. I've beat the mailman there a couple times, and you gotta sit there and wait on him and see if you got something. And that's doing too much. Find some stuff to do, and look here, you gonna be all right. But I hope this helped. So you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe during this little quarantine time. Hopefully, I can start getting my test online for pharmacology, and we can kind of pick things back up in my program. So wish me luck. So, all right, bye, you guys. Have a wonderful day.